Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you these new best players to snipe and trade with in FIFA 21 due to the market crash that is currently happening at this time. These players are usually good anyway to snipe, as they're quite general players and from very big leagues and nations, but especially this market crash, you can just maximise a ton of money from these players right now. So just before I start, I'm going to say subscribe if you are interested, as it does really help me out and it's greatly appreciated. But now I'm going to get straight into the first player, who is going to be Pogba, and there's a couple more expensive ones, there's a couple cheaper ones. I know probably a lot of you do have quite a bit more money now because it's quite late in the game of FIFA. So I'm going to start with slightly more expensive, not too expensive, but it's going to be Pogba. Just a gold card, as you can see there's a lot of them, and because he's centre mid, it makes him so much easier to snipe because the position modifiers can go anywhere from striker down to CDM, which will sort of actually help out a lot. So if you get on with the position modifier, that's even better. But you can see he's not going for very much, probably less than 40k for some of them. And if you manage to get a UCL one in there, that is a big bonus as well. Okay, so you can see it's even 30k, I wasn't expecting it to be quite that low. And there's a lot for 30k. You can see 28k, so it's probably about 30k I think for him right now. Yeah, looks like it's just about 30k for his card. If you try and start this for a few UK less, it is a 5% tax on all these players, so just use Footbin's tax calculator or just work out 5% yourself. It's not too much different, so don't need to worry about it too much, just a few hundred coins or so. And that will make too much of an impact, but these are a really good player to snipe. There's an absolute ton of them in the market coming up all the time. And French and from the Premier League is just really good right now. Which leads us on to the next player, who's also from France once again. It is going to be Varane. Slightly more expensive again. I will get onto the cheaper players in a second. Another big league though, La Liga, one of the biggest leagues in the game as well. I don't know why I put that down. A little bit more expensive, you can see, but if you have more money, obviously more profit. That's how it works pretty much. You can see roughly about 40k, not his exact price. But a very good player to snipe. There's absolute pages of him on the market, to be honest with you. Yeah, but this is just a cheap price. And if you get one with a special card, chemistry star, where it's even luckier. If I just put his price right up, you can probably see just how many there is on the market. You can see there's a couple of special cards as well. If you get a UCL one once again, you're going to be very lucky there. Ton of him on the market. There are loads coming up right now due to the market crash. A lot of players like him have been put on the market. A lot of French players mainly have been put on the market. So if you want to make some own players up, you can snipe as well. These are just a few examples, just mainly French players like these. Last French player for this list is going to be Mende. Just done all the French players. I'm going to give you 5 examples today. It's Ferlan Mende, another French player, another really good player to snipe. A lot of people need him right now, so it's same as Varane and Pogba, very good players. And also very cheap now at this point in the game. He was quite expensive at the start, now only like 10k roughly. Oh, you can see it's even less than 10k now. Only 6k, I wasn't expecting it to be quite that low. 6k, 5k. I did get a few of him the other day. He's already dropped down massively since then. You can make a ton of money off Mendy. Personally, this is the best player for me out of this whole list. The next one is also going to be one of the really good ones. Him and the next one are going to be the best ones to go with, I personally think. Pogba and Varane are also very good examples as well. They are better if you have a bit more money. Yeah, so another big league, French and from the La Liga once again. And now for the fourth one now, is going to be Alan. Brazilian, and from the Premier League, makes him really good as well. Pretty big nation and a massive league, obviously. Very useful in a lot of SBCs. Once again, a centre mid helps out a lot. Pretty high rate, well, very high rating. 83 for how cheap he is actually pretty good. This is why he's used in a lot of teams and SBCs, because he's actually a very good card in game as well. Which is why he's so good to snipe. You can see he'd probably go in as low as 4k. You can see here, maybe 3.5k. Looks like you could probably snipe him for about 3 to 2k in between that sort of range, and you can pick up an absolute ton of him. He's a very, very good player. Him and Mendy are personally the best 2 ones to go with on the market right now. Best 2 players to snipe on this list as well. I think Alan is actually better than Mendy, to be honest, but they're both as good as each other. They're both very good cards to snipe. And now for the last player on this list, before you can try it out for yourselves, it is going to be Alberto. Now, he is another good player to snipe, if I can find him. Yeah, 85 rated, you can see. Not 4k. Take that out. And you can just about see he's not that expensive, roughly 15k probably. But you can see it's actually very high rating, meaning he's going to be used in a lot of SBCs, which is why he's once again another good player to snipe. I wonder how low he's going. Looks like 15k is going to be roughly the cheapest. You can see there's an absolute ton of UCL cards as well. On the market, you see there's a lot more UCL cards, there seems to be, than normal cards, which obviously always sell for a few hundred coins more as well. And that's a big bonus there. You can see there's loads of him on the market. Personally, they recommend, if you are going to try these players out, I would recommend going with Mendy and Alan. as they seem to be the best ones. Alan first, then probably Mendy, but they're both almost as good as each other. And try the others out if you have a little bit more money and time to spare, as they probably have more profit in them, but can be a little bit harder to get. So that's going to be it for these players to snipe in FIFA 21. So thank you for watching. Subscribe for more FIFA 21 videos like these, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.